Hello lads and lassies, welcome back to my channel. It's I, Mr. Mayhem. Today we will be redoing my Steelbook collection because the original plan for this was I was just going to record segments for all my new Steelbooks that I've gotten since I did that video back in October, that series. And then I was going to splice them in and then splice all 3 videos together, then just upload it. But when I was editing them, I realised that I really didn't like the way that video came out. It didn't look very great. A lot of it was blurry and I was very quiet. So I have decided to just redo the whole video. I didn't want to do this, but do you know what? I do now because I'm motivated by how, quite frankly, awful that original series was. So this will be all of that plus 29 new Steelbooks I've gotten. This is not going to be a regular thing that I redo it, but I might take that idea that I had before where I splice new segments together again in the future, but this time I'm going to do it better. I'm going to be louder, well, more energetic, and I'm going to go through this thoroughly. So this is probably going to be quite a long video. I will be going through my 4Ks, my Blu-rays, and my games. So yeah, before we get into this, if you do enjoy this, remember to like, drop a comment, subscribe for more. You can support me on Patreon, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, links in the description. And let's get into it. So we're going to start with the 4Ks today. I normally don't do that. I normally do games, Blu-rays, and 4Ks, but I decided I want to do the 4Ks first. So this is A to Z, or numbers to Z. I don't have any numbered Steelbooks, but certain ones are arranged differently. So my Marvel ones are in M, and then all my Batman DC stuff's in D. So I'll explain. But first up, we have American Psycho, the Lionsgate Steelbook. This is one of my favorites. It is absolutely beautiful. It's gorgeous. You have a lovely little slipcover here. And you guys probably know what this is if you're in the community. It just slips up. Nice little slipcover here. It's the spine. And that's the front. It's the back. And that's the inside. You have their business cards as the discs. And then behind this one, you have Patrick Bateman's business card there. Absolutely fantastic little Steelbook from Lionsgate. I have seen the 4K. It does look really, really good. And yeah, it's just pretty awesome. Yeah. Come on, seal up. Now, of course, it's being annoying. Next up, we have A Quiet Place. This was one of my first 4K Steelbooks, if I am not mistaken. Did see this in the theatres. It's absolutely fantastic. If you've not seen it, do check it out. There's a smudge up there for some reason. Oh, I think it was from the glue that came with. So that's the Steelbook. Absolutely lovely. The inside is just the scratch that goes all the way along. Really good film. I can't remember how the 4K looks on this. I'm not even actually sure if I've seen this 4K or not. I feel like I have, but I don't know. But yeah, solid Steelbook, really good film. Then we have A Quiet Place Part 2. This Steelbook was actually way cheaper than the normal 4K, and it still is extremely cheap. So it's a very nice little Steelbook. I'm going to open this up. It's very nice. The inside is, I was just checking behind the disc art. It's just black behind the disc art. But I didn't see this in cinemas, or I think it was in cinemas. I just pre-ordered the Steelbook and watched it, and it was really good. I don't think I've seen the 4K for this either, as far as I can remember. Our first B, Babylon. This was a blind buy Steelbook. I didn't end up seeing it in the cinema, but Callum did, and he said it was really good, and that I'd probably like it because I loved Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and so that convinced me to pre-order it. And we watched it on my birthday, and it was awesome. It's an okay Steelbook. Could be better, but it's still nice to have a Steelbook of this film because I do adore it. But yeah, it's good. It's a very good film. If you've not seen it, do watch it. The 4K looks incredible. Not much more to say on that. It is long, but it's well worth it, especially if you're into cinema. Next up, we have the Cabin in the Woods Steelbook. Now, last time I could not open this for you, but this time I can. I'll have unboxings for most of these down in the description. I'll leave the link to the playlist, but it's also very easy to find. So that's the Steelbook, and then you lift it up. Oh, well, spoilers for the film if you've not seen it. and then it's the people doing the work underneath. So that's the front of the Steelbook. It's the back, the slipcover, sorry. It's the Steelbook itself. It's an absolutely gorgeous Steelbook. The 4K looks really good. That's your discs. Yeah, the 4K for this looks really, really good. And that's the inside. Absolutely gorgeous. Definitely one of the best horror films I've ever seen. It's just so different and it's just watch it. It's fantastic. I mean, I've kind of ruined it for you now, but just watch it. It's brilliant. Do you know what's not brilliant is slipcovers don't really work well when it comes to these Blu-ray Steelbook protectors. Next up, we have the Creed and Creed 2 4K Steelbook. Again, these films mean a lot to me and a lot to Callum. This is a very nice looking Steelbook. My only issue is that these are stacked on top of each other, and that just stresses me out. I don't like that. It's just, I know that Blu-rays don't scratch as easy as DVDs, but it's still, you know, I don't like it. That's the inside. Lovely. Sorry if you can hear background noise. That's well, people on the road making a lot of noise. But yeah, a very nice Steelbook. And great films. The 4Ks themselves, I didn't really notice much of a difference, but still nice to have them in 4K. Next up, a Steelbook that I will never open probably, and that's the Creed 2 just limited edition Steelbook. I got this for cheap a couple of years back, and not really had the reason to open it. This might seem real tick in the back, but not really had a reason to open it, and probably never will, considering I've got that 2-pack now. So next up is the Creed 3 Steelbook. Saw this film 6 times in the cinemas. It's fantastic. Michael B. Jordan's directorial debut is fantastic. There's the back. Absolutely lovely. There's the inside. There's nothing behind the discs. Yeah, it's just a very, very, very awesome Steelbook. Movie's great as well. Sadly, the 4K doesn't look amazing. There's no IMAX fights, which really sucks. Honestly, this was quite a disappointing release for both me and Callum. Next up, we have Le Candyman. This is a great, great Steelbook and a great, great film. Better than the original, in my opinion. So that's the Steelbook there. Lovely. Oh, hang on, let me show you. So the 5th one is embossed. So on the standard 4K, I had the 4K before this, and then this got announced. Pre-order this, gave the 4K to Callum. On the standard 4K, the 4K disc is just this, but with the 4K bit on the bottom. With the Steelbook, it's that. It's so cool, and that's the inside art. It's so goddamn cool. I love that. I love that art. I love this Steelbook, and the movie itself is great, in my opinion. It's, whew, very good. Definitely a big surprise of how much I loved it. Next up, we have a blind buy Steel. It was Chaos Walking. It was £10. I was curious about it, and my girlfriend, I liked the idea of it. So, to be fair, it's actually a pretty bomb-ass Steelbook. Like, it comes off. That's your slipcover. And then this is the art, which I think is actually pretty cool. There's your discs. I know this isn't meant to be very good, but I'm still extremely curious. And it was a cheap 4K Steelbook, so I'm curious. But yeah, I've not seen it yet, but we'll see. It was one of those pandemic films, and it kind of got reamed. But Callum said it was actually not like awful, that it was just fine, so we'll see how it is when I watch it. But it's Chaos Walking. Then we have another one of my favourites, Dread. This is an import from America, which I paid a decent amount for. So that's your slipcover. And then that comes out, which is very lovely. And then this is the Steelbook. It's so nice. I love that. I love that Steelbook. And then you have the discs, which are gorgeous. And then the inside. Yeah, I love this film. That's the reason why I imported it, and I really, really hope it gets a sequel or something in the future. It probably won't, but it really deserves it, honestly. It's so good. Just checking my microphone pack. Alright, that's just going to be a pain in the arse, isn't it? Yep. Oh, no, I managed to get it. I got it. It's okay. Now into the first of the DC stuff. First up, we have the Batman Begins Steelbook sets. I'm going to show you a picture of what's in them there. And then I'm just going to slide out the Steelbook and show you that, because there is bonus stuff for each one, but I'm not really in the mood to take it all out. There's the Batman. That's Batman Begins, sorry. There's your discs. And then you take the discs out. You get that, which is very lovely. I did actually catch a re-release in cinema of the whole trilogy last September. That's what urged me to buy these. It also comes with these packs, which comes with, each one comes with a poster, art cards, and a behind-the-scenes booklet thing. So it is lovely. It's nice and thick on the shelf, and they line up so nicely. As you can guess, I have the whole trilogy, but they look so nice on a shelf together. But that was Batman Begins. The Dark Knight looks great. The 4Ks for these look incredible as well. That's the Dark Knight one. You can see what's there. This Steelbook might be the best one out of the three, from what I can remember, but we'll see. Hang on. 1 second. So that's the outside. It's just absolutely lovely. There's the inside. It's just gorgeous. The discs themselves are just the normal discs from the standard 4Ks and Blu-rays, as far as I know. Like, that's them there. Nothing special. Again, you have your little pouch with your bonus materials. Looks lovely on a shelf. And then finally we have The Dark Knight Rises, which again is awesome. There's the back. You slide it out and you get, 1 second, I'll show you the discs first. There's your discs. Get the discs out. There's the inside and there's the outside. Absolutely gorgeous Steelbook. And again, like I said, the 4Ks are a dramatic improvement over the Blu-rays, in my opinion. They look so much better. But yeah, 1 second. Just gonna put this back. And then again, you have your little pouch of goodies. And that's the side view. Okay, next up, we have the Aquaman HMV 4K Steelbook. I don't know why I keep saying 4K. I just need to say Steelbook. Yeah, this is a lovely, lovely Steelbook. I really, really like this film. I think it is a hell of a lot of fun. Bit concerned about the sequel that's coming this year. Is it this? God, yeah, it is this year, but we'll see. Here's your discs. And that is your inside art. It's very, very nice. Yeah, for some reason, I kind of just collected like Steelbooks for these for a while, because I missed out on the Wonder Woman Steelbook and the BVS Steelbook, so I kind of just kept collecting the Steelbooks for the DCU films, even if I hadn't seen them. The next one is an example of one I didn't see, and I just pre-ordered the Steelbook because I wanted it, which is Shazam. This film took me by surprise. I really enjoyed this. I just thought it was a lot of fun, and it's an okay Steelbook. I mean, it could be worse. I think the one for Fury of the Gods looks insane, and I have seen Fury of the Gods. The disc's pretty cool as well, and I have seen Fury of the Gods, and it's okay. It wasn't awful, but I mean, it's just very safe. Let's put it that way. So I probably will pick it up at some point, but right now, not in a rush. And if I can get the Steelbook when I do pick it up, I'll probably get that one. Next up, we have Joker. Not the Steelbook I wanted to get, because my card information expired. And HMV, when you make an order, pardon me, it doesn't actually allow you to change your card info, so I lost my order because it sold out, which really pissed me off. But that's the, it's got the meme dance, and then that's the inside. Yeah, I mean, it's Joker. It's absolutely fantastic. I know a lot of people say that it ripped off Taxi Driver and King of Comedy, which I have seen both. I can definitely see it, but to me, it still doesn't take away from it being just absolutely fantastic, in my opinion. And I'm still annoyed that I never got that HMV Steelbook, but at least I got a Steelbook, so, you know. Close. Thank you. Next up is one that I really like, and a lot of people don't. Birds of Prey. This is a really cool Steelbook. I love the colours on it. It's just, oh, it's lovely. It's lovely, lovely, lovely. I really enjoy this film. I think it's a lot of fun. That's the wrong way around. Well, I'm going to take them out first and I'll show you. There's Harley and Bruce. I really like, I didn't realise this until now for some stupid reason that the disc is pink, which is really, really cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed this film. I saw it in the cinemas with my girlfriend, and it's a hell of a lot of fun, and I still love it now. Yeah, I think Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn is a blessing. She is perfect in the role. Just absolutely fantastic. Next up, a Steelbook that was a pain in the arse to get. Zack Snyder's Justice League. I put the pre-order in, and the money, they tried to take the money 3 times, and it didn't go through for some reason, even though the money was there. And I lost it, but luckily I was able to source another one. Or sorry, I wasn't. My lovely girlfriend was able to source another one. But yeah, this film is fantastic. Yes, it is very, very long, but it is really, really good. I'm actually away to see The Flash tonight, so I'll probably have the urge to watch this again, because I'm recording this the day before it goes up, which is tomorrow's the 16th, and I'm recording this on the 15th. So yeah, I am recording this the day before, so we'll see if I end up wanting to watch this tomorrow. But I'm away out in like an hour and 10 minutes. I'm just trying to get as much of this video done as I can. I'm not rushing it. I'm just trying to get as much as I can done as I can now. So, but yeah, really, really nice Steelbook. Fantastic film as well. Much better than Justice League. Next up, we have the Suicide Squad. The better Suicide Squad film, but I don't hate the first one, and we'll get to that when we get to my Blu-ray Steelbooks. But that's the Steelbook there. Lovely, lovely, lovely Steelbook. Fantastic film. There's your discs and the art inside. Pardon me. Absolutely brilliant. Great film. I really need to rewatch this again soon. I've only seen it once. Like, I procrastinate a lot about watching stuff again, but I don't know. I do eventually get around to them most of the time, but yeah, that's the Suicide Squad. Next, we have the HMV Batman 4K Steelbook. This is lovely. Then you take it out. And then this is the one that's got like an abundance of shit in it, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it is. One second. So you have your art there, which is lovely. I would have loved to have gotten the one where it's the Riddler on the back, but I sadly was not able to. Actually, the picture's right here on the art book you get. There you go. Just absolutely fantastic. The film itself is brilliant. The 4K looks insane. The Atmos is incredible. Definitely worth it if you are thinking of picking it up. That's the image I wish I had on the back of my Steelbook. This also comes with, what is it? Art cards and a poster, but I'm not going to show you that. I'm just here to show you the Steelbooks. But yeah, had that pre-ordered. Just absolutely fantastic. Love this little set. And then we have the Zavi Steelbook. I actually pre-ordered this for Callum's gift, but then it looked so good that I was like, nah, I'm getting in on that action. So that's the, oh, it's so nice. And then it's your discs again. It's just the same. And then on the inside, you get the Batmobile. Looks incredible. I love this Steelbook, and it doesn't hurt to have a second copy. Yeah, just a fantastic film. Great looking Steelbook. Great 4K disc. Next up, we have Dune. Now, this is actually quite a disappointing Steelbook for me. I feel like this Steelbook is quite bland. Like, the poster is quite orange, and this Steelbook just looks a bit... I don't know, I think it could have been better. Like, I don't hate it, but it is one of the it's one of the worst ones I have. Like, one of the... Worster is not a word, but weaker. That's a good word for it. It's one of the weaker ones. The inside's pretty cool. It's got the sandworm, but yeah. Film's great though, and I'm super excited for part 2 this year. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it's good, but it's Denis Villeneuve, so I think it will be incredible, just like the first part. Next up, we have Don't Worry, Darling. Saw this in the cinema. A really good film. Florence Pugh is fantastic as always. Harry Styles was not bad, but he wasn't good. Like he did the job. Haven't watched this yet on 4K. That's the inside. You're not missing anything on this side. It's just her hand against some glass. But I really enjoyed it for what it was. I don't get the hate personally. But yeah, looking forward to checking that out at some point. Okay, next up we have the Edge of Tomorrow limited edition collector's set from Xavi, I believe. This is a really nice one. So you... Oh yeah, it's the whole thing. So you pull this up. And then it's the live, die, repeat thing. It's the side. It's the back. And this is what you get. So that's your box there. There. And there. This film is great. If you've not seen Edge of Tomorrow, I do highly encourage you to see it. It's a great little Steelbook. I've not checked out the 4K yet. But I do plan on doing it soon. I say that about everything. It's nearly been a year since this came out and I've not checked it out. But yeah, it's a great film. You also get a behind the scenes book with some green screen stuff and other things. And then in this, you got some trading cards and a blueprint of the exosuit. You also have a poster, which I actually have up in my room. It's the war poster of Emily Blunt's character of the standing on the hill of corpses, and it's all inspirational and stuff. It's very cool. This film's a 12? I thought it was a 15. That's mad. Sorry, I didn't realise that. But yeah, this is a lovely, lovely set. Awesome to have this on 4K and in a Steelbook because it's a great film. Next up is... when I heard this was getting a 4K, let alone a Steelbook. Sorry, a Steelbook, let alone a 4K. I was so happy. Event Horizon. This film is awesome. I actually had this recommended to me from from someone I used to work with, who I didn't get along with, but he did try to be nice, and I did appreciate it every now and then. He gave me the DVD to borrow, and the first time I watched it, I was like, that was decent, but then I watched it again, and I loved it. I bought the Blu-ray, watched it again, I loved it even more. Showed it to my friend, loved it even more. Got the 4K, and it's just fantastic. So that's what happens when you pull that off. Then it also has the ship on the back. And this is the Steelbook. It is absolutely lovely. The art cards just fell out. The discs are lovely as well. The 4K, it looks incredible. The film itself is it's so good. I'm so happy that this got a 4K and a Steelbook, and just such a nice set. Oh, I love it. Art cards in here as well. You also get this little box of stuff. This is a bit more flimsy than I would have liked it to have been, but you get a Event Horizon pin, which looks very nice. A badge for the US Aerospace Command Lewis Clark. And a blueprint of the ship, which I'm not going to open up because it was a pain in the arse to open it up before. Yeah, it's a fantastic set. I'm really happy I was able to get it. I love this film so much. It's fantastic. And I'm so upset that, because I think it was Scream Factory or something were searching for the lost... If you don't know about the production of Event Horizon, check out Good Bad Flicks' Event Horizon episode. It's fascinating, but long story short, the footage got lost The studio told them to cut it down. The footage got lost, and last year Scream Factory went on the look for it. They couldn't find it. There's been reports here and there of it being like someone found like some of it in like an abandoned mine, and it's really sad. But I still love the film we got, and yeah. Next up, Elvis. This was one of the more disappointing Steelbooks in terms of I feel like it should be a bit more bold and just out there, because Elvis was, especially first time. This film is great, by the way. The 4K looks really good. But I just feel like this Steelbook should have been like that, but just all over. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still like it, but that's your discs and your inside. Yeah, it's still great. Austin Butler is fantastic. Yeah, really, really sad stuff, but mental that he never played outside of the US. It's insane to me. Next up, we have Fast and Furious Hobbs and Shaw. Probably my favourite Fast and Furious film outside of Fast 5 and 6 and 7. Kind of boring art, but still nice. I remember when I pre-ordered this, it took a week to come from the release date, which really pissed me off, but yeah. The annoying thing about this is, and Fast 9 as well, these discs don't play on my Xbox Series X for some stupid reason. They just don't play, and that really pisses me off. But yeah, I don't know what it is. They just won't read it. It seems to be universal discs, which kind of sucks. But yeah. Sorry, I was checking something. Next up, we have Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. I got the Blu-ray, watched it. I actually really enjoyed this film a lot more than I thought I would. This Steelbook is gorgeous. I really like this Steelbook. That's your discs and the inside. I actually really enjoyed this, and it's really kind of a shame we're not getting more. I mean, it's not been confirmed, but there's been no news, so it probably means we're not getting any more, because it did flop. But I enjoyed it for what it was. It's much better than The Crimes of Grindelwald. But I'm happy because it ends in a place where I can be kind of content with it. But it still would have been cool to see it play out. But yeah, still a really cool Steelbook. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone 20th anniversary Steelbook. This is my girlfriend's. It's a lovely, lovely Steelbook. Very, very nice. I thought they would do one for every time they came out each year, but then they just ended up releasing a big bundle set, which kind of sucks ass, but yeah. It's still very, very nice. This is his Philosopher's Stone. I don't know if I mentioned that. Or the Sorcerer's Stone if you live in America. But yeah. I went through this phase of when I rewatched these films for the first time later on, like when I was... what is this? Last time I watched the Harry Potter films before 2018 was 2011, I think. Around about when Deathly Hallows Part 2 came out, and when I rewatched them in 2018, I actually really liked the first couple, the first few, like, a lot, but then I rewatched them again with my girlfriend a couple of years ago, and I found them so long and so boring, but hey ho, it's not my Steelbook, it's not too bad. Now we have a Titans of Cult, which baffles me that this got a Titans of Cult, but the original didn't. Halloween. Don't get me wrong, it's a nice set, but I remember when I saw it go off pre-order, I was like, huh? And I really do like this film. I think this Steelbook is gorgeous. Like, it's a very nice Steelbook, but it was just so bizarre to me that this film of all films got one, not the original, which is kind of weird. And then you have your two pins there, which are very nice, but there's a whole thing I'll need to talk about when we get to the next ones in a minute, but give me a moment. But it's still a nice Titans of Cult. I'm pretty sure this one's still in print, or people just haven't bought it, but it's still very, very nice, because I do actually quite like that film. Now this is a grail. I'm so happy I was able to pick this up. I was away down seeing John Wick 4 at an IMAX, and I checked the CEX close to it, and they had this in stock, and I was willing to pay the price if it was intact. Now I know it's missing a slipcover, I think, but it was intact when I got there, and I instantly just jumped on it. It's the Zavi Halloween 1978 4K Steelbook. This thing is gorgeous, and this 4K is actually out of print as far as I know. because you can't buy it from any of the official retailers anymore, which sucks ass. But I paid, I think, £42 for this. It's well worth it. I love this Steelbook, and I love this film. The 4K looks great, and yeah, it's pretty awesome that I have this now. I have one for the new trilogy and the original, so it's pretty cool. And it's weird that they didn't do that one as a Titans Occult, but hey ho. Next up, we have the Halloween 2018 HMV Steelbook. This one came quite bashed up when I got it, but HMV's return policy is awesome. You can't order a replacement. You've got to send it back, then they'll send you a new one. It's pretty bad, but this Steelbook's okay. Over the years, I've come to like it less and less, to be honest. But it's still nice to have. I remember when I first saw this, I loved this film, and I still do really like it, but it does have a lot of flaws. Still a nice Steelbook though, but yeah, it's just one of those things where I'm just like, it was good, but where the trilogy goes, and we'll get to that because I have them all on Steelbook. So, but yeah, that was HMV Steelbook. Probably my least favorite out of all of them, but hey. Then we have Halloween Kills, which, upon retrospect, this one is, I go back and forth with how I feel about this one, to be honest. One day I go, some days I love it, some days I hate it, some days I'm okay with it. The Steelbook's pretty nice. There's your discs and Jamie Lee Curtis. I don't know if there's anything behind this one. No. But I go between loving this and hating this sometimes. It's much better than Halloween Ends, in my opinion. We'll get to that. But I just find myself really disappointed in this Halloween trilogy. Like, I love the fact that this and this, like mesh into each other very well. Like, the consistency, what's the word? The coherent, what's the word? You know what I mean, where it's seamless. But then with this, it just Halloween Ends, next Steelbook. With this, it just fucking shits the bed. One thing I will give this is it is a gorgeous Steelbook. There's dents in there. Those dents were enough for me to actually get a full refund and still keep the Steelbook from Zavvi. Not my option. They didn't have any left to replace me with, so they just offered a refund, and I was like, yeah, okay, cool. But I don't mind because it means I just don't have to pay for it. But I haven't actually watched this since I saw it in the cinema. I remember like having my head in my hands a lot in the cinema, but I mean, it's still a nice Steelbook, and I was going to get this anyway because I wanted to, have my trilogy of Steelbooks. But yeah, honestly, this has tainted the Halloween thing for me for a while. Like, I still love it, but it's just ruined it for me for a bit. It's going to be a while until I can face watching these films again. Anyway, let's move on. And we have Hacksaw Ridge, another baller Lionsgate release. Not watched this 4K yet. Wow, shocker. But I still think it is look at that. Look at that. You take that off and then it's, there's the back. And then this is the Steelbook itself, which is just absolutely gorgeous. Did see this one in theaters. It is great. There's your discs. And there is your inside art. Absolutely fantastic film. Mel Gibson directing is just fantastic, and Andrew Garfield is just incredible. Looking forward to checking this one out again. Like, Lionsgate, last year, Lionsgate just did not miss last year with their Steelbooks, in my opinion. Just absolutely slapping, and we'll see some more as we go through this, because I do have a couple more from them from last year. But yeah, knocked it out of the park. Next up, controversial one. We have Hellboy. This is the David Arbor one. I pre-ordered this because I quite like the look of it, and a lot of the time I like to just see for myself how I like things or how I don't. So I just pre-ordered this anyway, and I enjoyed it for what it was, to be honest. I haven't seen it in a while, but the Steelbook is okay. Like, I liked it a lot of the time, but now it's like, the discs are nice, but there's not really much I can say about it. I mean, I haven't seen it in ages, I can't really comment, but I did enjoy it for what it was when I saw it. I have a hard time seeing like what people think. Like with Suicide Squad 2016, I'm always like, why is it so egregious? But I don't know my shit. So now for another divisive film, It Chapter 2. I think It Chapter 1 and 2 are equally great. It's just very special to me. There's your, that art is just, that art is just incredible. I love it. There's your discs on the inside, and I'll move these out of the way for you. The 4Ks look really good for the It films, by the way. And then the inside is just tiny, but oh, that's so creepy. Oh, I actually just got goosebumps there. Yeah. Bill Skarsgård as, is it Bill? It is Bill. I believe it's Bill. It is Bill. It's Bill, isn't it? Yeah, it's Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise. Is just, oh, whoo, that's some creepy ass shit there. Good though, absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I love that film. I love them both. And same director as The Flash that I'm seeing tonight, so yeah, or last night for you guys. Next up is a film that my girlfriend showed me in lockdown, and I enjoyed it for what it was, and then it's the Italian Job remake. This was a Steelbook that was like, that's getting a Steelbook. I have actually watched this 4K. It's kind of just fine. It's not really great. It's not really awful. It's just kind of there, but it's your discs. I enjoy this for what it is. I haven't seen the original, but I do quite enjoy this one. It's not, groundbreaking, but it's fun. And it's just nice to have a film that's fun sometimes. But yeah, it was so bizarre when I saw this was getting a 4K, and let alone a Steelbook. I was like, what? But yeah, I thought the girlfriend would appreciate it, and she does. So keeps me in the good books. Oh, this is a good one. This is the Blue Fans Invisible Man. This is a gorgeous one. This is 129 out of 850, I think. No, yeah, 129 out of 850. It says at the bottom. Yeah, this is a gorgeous little set. So with it, so the story behind this is, so there's your Steelbook, yeah, the side and the back. I haven't opened this because I haven't watched it again yet, but the story with this is I went on Amazon. It's a little booklet you get there. You open it up, and then it's right behind you, and then you get a cardboard standee. I believe this is postcards. But the story with this is I went on eBay and ordered, because I wanted an Invisible Man Steelbook because I love this film. I think it is fantastic. So I ordered it, and it came quite badly dented. So I asked for a partial refund, which was fine. But it was bugging me, so I ended up getting this one. And I went to trade in my old Steelbook. Turns out, actually I should preface this, I checked the disc. I checked the 4K disc. It looked like it was peeling or green around the edges or something. So I go to trade in the old Steelbook at CEX. Turns out the disc is actually fucked. So I go back to them again. I'm like, dude, can I just get a full refund? Because the disc doesn't even work. So I ended up getting a full refund for that. I still have it, but I'm very, very happy that because of that, oh, that's the back of it as well. But because of that, I was able to get this set, which is just absolutely lovely. And yeah, it's awesome. So, okay, next up, we have the Jack Reacher 4K Steelbook. This film is really, really good. This was the same price as the standard 4K, so I just picked this up instead. The sequel to this is just a bit poo, in my opinion. It's just boring. I don't vibe with it. Nothing happens. Like, I saw it in the cinema, was very disappointed, and never watched it since. I just find it's relentlessly just boring. So, but the first one is very good. I haven't seen the show yet, but I do want to because I've heard it's very, very good. So we'll see when I get around to that. Oh, this is one that when I heard this was getting a Titans Cult, I was like, yes, perfect. This is my favorite Bond film. That's the Casino Royale Titans of Cult. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. Let's cut. Anyway, sorry. There was a bit of damage there I didn't see before, but it's fine. But this is your Steelbook. absolutely gorgeous. Then your discs on the inside with 007. And I believe that's a poster. I'm not going to open that because I can never get them closed. But yeah, it's just, oh, it's so good. And then you have your poker chip pin, which is just, oh, this film is incredible. Casino Royale is just, oh, it's just perfect. It's the perfect Bond film in my opinion. It is the best. Yeah. And then my second favorite Bond film, No Time to Die. This surprised me. Now there's that whole theory of like, what is it? The odd numbered Bond films being good, because Casino Royale, Skyfall, and then this. But this blew my expectations out of the water. This film is incredible. I cried at the end of this. This is, Casino Royale is like, oh, I actually don't know. Like these two are strongly tied for best film, because this film makes Bond feel like a human and not just a, you know, license to kill. But it's just an incredible film, honestly. Daniel Craig is amazing in it, and it's definitely tied with Casino Royale for me. Fan-fucking-tastic. Some of my favourite ones I was able to get recently. The John Wick 1 Nova Media lenticulars. These are absolutely gorgeous. It's so good. This should be in my unboxing video playlist as like unboxing 3 of my holy grails. Yeah, so you get a special gift, which is weird. These ones are limited to 1,500 each, by the way. So that's the first one. You get a keyring that says John Wick on it and some art in there. Yeah, these are just, oh, they're lovely. Here's your inside, some postcards, and there's your disc. You probably can't really see that well, but I'm not gonna bother taking them out. But yeah, I really watched Steelbooks for these after seeing 4, because it's one of my favorite franchises, and I was able to pick these up for a stupid price, but it's worth it to me. And I'm really hoping I'm going to be able to get a hold of the Chapter 4 one when it does eventually release, because I would like to have a complete set, because they look very nice side by side right now. It's the wrong way around for me, but they look very nice right now, and I really want to have them all. And that leads me on to John Wick Chapter 2, which is also got a nice lenticular, the spine, the back, there's the side. It's just absolutely lovely. These films are incredible. These are not my daily driver, these aren't my like main usage Steelbooks 4Ks, because I did have them standard anyway before. But yeah, there's some more art cards and your disc and the insert. Yeah, these were well worth the money, because it was either this or play the lottery with CEX for getting a scratch Steelbook, and I decided to not play the lottery. I didn't show you what the gift was inside of this. I apologise. The gift this time is I believe it's another, what's the word? Keychain. Yeah, just gorgeous. I'm very happy to have Steelbooks of these. If you're wondering what numbers these are, number 2 is 93 of 1,500, and number 1 was 1,278 of 1,500. Number 3 is 333 of 1,500. And that's Chapter 3 with its lovely lenticular. Oh, my fingies. There's your lenticular. There's the spine. There's the back. There's the side. Special gift in this, I'm not going to bother to open this one. It's just a metal card from the Continental. It's the worst gift out of the 3. That's your Steelbook, which is lovely. Your art cards and your disc and inside. It's very lovely. I'm very happy with these sets. Like I said, I paid an unholy amount for these, but it's worth it to me. And I know I'm going to get a lot of people saying, oh, why'd you open them? You take the value down. I don't care. I'm not selling these. I love these films and I love these sets, and I'll probably never sell them. So then we have the standard John Wick 3 Steelbook, which was my only John Wick Steelbook for a long time. This is a very nice one as well, though. It's him and his dog. I do have the Continental keycard and coin that it comes with, that are made out of like solid, like expensive metal, but they're through the house. I don't keep them in the case because I don't like them rattling around and damaging it. But yeah, just a lovely, lovely Steelbook. And there was one, it got re-released recently with a different outside, which was so strange, but I didn't pick that one up. I just find it weird that they re-released that. But yeah, a lovely, lovely, lovely Steelbook. Now for one of my favourite Steelbooks, John Wick Chapter 4, the standard Steelbook. Thank you for all the love and support on those unboxing videos. They have done stupidly well. They're actually the best on my channel. But this Steelbook is so nice because you got the nice little slipcover here in the back. Then if you look carefully in the back, I don't know how I'm going to get this to see it better, but it actually says John Wick loving husband in the back. And I love that. It's such a cute little detail if you've seen the film. But look at the art on this baby. That is gorgeous. If you guys are wondering, I mean, I doubt you'd be crawling through this to have a look, but if you're wondering if I were to pick an edition to get, it would be this one. Like, if I only could pick one, it'd be that one. That's the discs. Because by far, this is the best one for me, personally. Although, that being said, one second. That being said, the HMV one is gorgeous as well. Guess I could just open this. So you have your red lovely Steelbook. Take it off. It's that. I haven't been showing you that, like, and then now look at this. Look how nice that is. That is gorgeous. There's your inside. That's your inside art. Discs are the same as well. The only editions that have different discs are the Amazon one and the HMV First edition that have different discs. But that's your spine, by the way. It's the same on the standard Steelbook. But yeah, I would definitely recommend either this Steelbook or the standard one if you can get it, because they're both just, oh, absolutely gorgeous. And that is the end of the John Wick Steelbooks. I actually have all the editions of John Wick. I got my standard copy in today. So, yes. Next up is a Titans of Cult. Did I bring that one too? Where's the... Am I missing one? Hang on. No, I'm not missing one. Apologies for that. This is not Titans of Cult. That's coming later. Next up, we have Godzilla King of the Monsters 4K Steelbook. I really like the MonsterVerse films, as you'll see in a minute. I have the HMV Cine edition for them. That's a lovely, lovely Steelbook. I don't think this was an exclusive anywhere, as far as I know. I think the next one is, but yeah. This film I love. I saw it in cinemas and loved it. Saw it again at home. I don't like the human stuff, but I adore the monster stuff. I haven't actually gone back and watched these with my new audio setup, but oh, I should do soon. Yeah, it's your spine as well. I keep forgetting to show the spine sometimes. Yeah. Then we have Godzilla vs. Kong. I believe this was Amazon exclusive as far as I know. This film was a lot of fun as well. I did not expect Mecha Godzilla to come into it, which was pretty baller when he did pop up, but it's a lovely, lovely Steelbook. I know there was one that was re-released recently, which looked pretty cool, but I just didn't pick up. Yeah, lovely. Love this. Love this Steelbook. Love these films. It just gives me so much joy watching big monsters punch each other while humans get scared. The only film I think that does the humans actually pretty well is Godzilla 2014. And then we have the MonsterVerse set. Oh, I love this set. It's gorgeous. It's so nice. So you get Godzilla. With just your big lizard boy in there. You get Kong Skull Island. With your big monkey boy in there. Then you get King of the Monsters. with, I believe this will be Godzilla running it. Ghidorah, yeah. Lovely. This is making me want to go and watch the fights from these again, because they're so good. And then finally you get Godzilla vs. Kong. I didn't have any of these, you know, big, like the big chunky, these like ones with all the cushioning in them, like you get with Lord of the Rings, but this was my one that I wanted, and I was able to get it, and I was so happy. So, but yeah, a lovely, lovely, lovely set. Love this thing. Then we have Monster Hunter. This was such a surprise. I'd heard from Angry Joe that it was actually a lot of fun, and that was the moment where I was like, right, I'm in. Like, I don't take his word as gospel, but he's very harsh on some films that I like a lot. But when he said this was a lot of fun, I was like, okay, so there must be something there. And yeah, this film is so much fun. The Steelbooks, the front is great. The back is kind of mid, but the film itself is a lot of fun. I think it's so entertaining. I've only seen it once, but I did love it. And I will probably check it out again very soon, but we'll see. Then we have Avengers Infinity War, the Mondo Steelbook. I got these two in Steelbook form because I love these films, so that's the front. That's your slip cover that comes off. That's the whole profile. Absolutely lovely. Unique disc art for the Mondo exclusive. Take that out. And that's your inside. It's Thor. Absolutely gorgeous. And I also have Endgame as well. If you couldn't guess by the fact that I said these two, but yeah, I don't get much Marvel Steelbooks now, especially now with the way Marvel's been going, but yeah, just not for me. Where's this? Yeah, this is just there. Then obviously we have Endgame. Let me take this out of the packet first. So there's your front, your slipcover, and there's your profile. Absolutely lovely. There's a lot going on, but I really do like it. There's your exclusive disc art. If you take it out, that's what you get on the inside. Just absolutely lovely. I love Endgame and Infinity War. They're just absolutely fantastic. Brilliant films. But I don't think I need to tell you that. Although I do see a little bit more hate for Endgame than I do for Infinity War, but to each their own. I love Monster Hunters. What does that say about me? Next up, we have the Doctor Strange Mondo. Doctor Strange one. Let's get this open. So that's your slipcover. It comes off. It's on the back. And then this is your profile. Oh, it's such a nice Steelbook. Then you get your unique art for the discs on the inside, which are very nice. Absolutely lovely Steelbook. I really, really like this film. One of my favourite MCU films. And yeah, hang on, wait. Okay, getting this in, haha, penis joke can be a bit annoying sometimes. There we go. And then we have the Zavi exclusive Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Little book. It's not going to focus, but yeah, it's lovely. It's a side profile. What you get with this is your Steelbook. That's the profile. And you get a couple of art cards, your discs, and your inside art. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. I love this film. I think it is very different from what we've gotten, and it was a fresh breath of air for me personally. Saw it day one, love it, and I've been meaning to watch it again ever since. Was a very quick release in terms of the cinema to Blu-ray, and then you have a film booklet which is just behind the scenes stuff and other things. So, but yeah, it's the only Phase 4 film I've cared about apart from No Way Home. Then we have the Spider-Man No Way Home Amazon exclusive Steelbook. This isn't a great looking Steelbook, but it's not awful. I do think that America has it better, but it's still really nice. Like, it could be a lot worse. It could just be the spider logo and then depression, but you know. So there you have the inside. I'm not gonna bother taking the discs out because it's just the buildings that go right way up, but you know what No Way Home is. It's amazing. It's fantastic. I loved it. I saw the more fun stuff version in cinemas, and that was really, really good as well. But yeah, so now we have that Titans of Cult I was talking about. The Matrix, a very nice one. The Matrix is a franchise that I've never actually. I didn't come around to until a month before Resurrections came out because Callum started showing me them. Look at that. That's lovely. There's your discs inside. And there is the 3 of them in there. Let me just check, see if there's anything behind here. No, it's just code that's behind there, but it is they're fantastic films. There's your pins. They are fantastic films. Like, the trilogy is fantastic in my opinion. Well, we'll get to it in a minute, but this the English, very nice. What's not very nice is Matrix 4. The reason I have this Steelbook is because it was the same price as the standard. It was 10 quid. No, it was cheaper than the standard by £2. So I ended up just picking it up anyway. I actually think it's quite a nice Steelbook. You got the code there. It is quite nice. There's your inside. I didn't like this film, but I just like to have them all if I can. But if I have to, I normally wait for the price to go down, unless it's limited. But I would have just got the standard if it wasn't in stock. But yeah, nice Steelbook, not so great film. To each their own. Film that blind buy, really, really wanted to see, and very, very happy that I did because I really enjoy it, and that's Mortal Kombat. Let's open that up. Steelbook leaves a lot to be desired, but it could be worse. I really, really enjoyed this one for what it was. I think it's a lot of fun, and the fact we're getting a sequel makes me so happy. So we'll see where that goes, but yeah. It's great. Then we have The Northman. Had to get this after the fact because it sold out so quickly. I love this film. I think it is great. The Steelbook is gorgeous as well. There's your discs and inside. I went full Scottish there. Yeah. Then you have. Oh, hang on. Then you have. Yeah, is the inside. Great film. Fantastic. I've not watched the 4K yet, but really, really good. I know it's been quite divisive, but I really enjoyed it. It's cool to see Robert Eggers do a bigger budget film, even though the studio apparently hassled him, so the fact it came out as good as it is and as weird as it is awesome. Then we have the Zavi exclusive Nobody Collector's Edition. I didn't pre-order this. I actually was able to pick this up a couple of months, actually a year after the fact, because they were having a half off sale, so I ended up picking it up, and yeah, it's a very nice Steelbook. There's your inside. There's your inside. 4K looks fine. I mean, it's nothing to write home about, but it's not awful. Do really enjoy it though, and I'm looking forward to seeing the sequel when it does come out. You also get some art cards and a booklet about the film, I believe. 1 second, I'm just putting everything back in the box. Yeah, and then you get a booklet about characters and behind the scenes stuff. Very cool. Definitely worth it for what I paid for it, and yeah, lovely set. Ooh, really, really love this film. It is Overlord. Yeah, this film just speaks to me. I love it. I think it is absolutely fantastic. Sorry, some dirt on it there. If you look, the blood droplets are all parachuters. The parachuters. What's the word? You know what I'm talking about. But it is a lovely steelbook. Great film. I really enjoy the hell out of this film. If you've not seen it, I would definitely recommend checking it out because it's quite fun. But yeah, I think I've seen it like 4 or 5 times, and it's just it's very, very nice. Very good. Then, if I can get the shot, we have Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. This was a film that I did see in cinemas and thought was okay. Rewatched it again about a year and a half ago, and I absolutely adore it. This is a very lovely steelbook as well. Yeah, it's gorgeous. And then, oh god, Jesus. And then you have your discs, which one of them is just a reel. And then inside it says the 9th film from Quentin Tarantino. Yeah, great film. 4K looks gorgeous. Absolutely fantastic. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Another Tarantino film is Pulp Fiction. I've heard this transfer is absolutely gorgeous. I've not watched it yet, but I do have the steelbook now. And to be fair, the standard with that slipcover looks gorgeous at your inside. Like I've seen the slipcover in person, and it is immaculate. But yeah, lovely, 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 lovely little steelbook, and a fantastic film. I mean, I don't think I really need to say that last one, but you know. Them's the breaks. Okay, I'm back. For me, it's been 6 hours. No, 4 or 5 hours. For you, it's like a millisecond. Yeah, just go back in the flash. Wasn't great, but you can check out my tier list that'll be coming out in a wee while, but wasn't very good. But anyway, that's besides the point. Next up, we have the Pacific Rim Titans of Cult. When I saw this was getting a Titans of Cult, I was like, yes, this makes sense. So I'm very happy this did get one. This was my first Titans of Cult, I do believe. That's your pin, which is the Gypsy Danger pin. This steelbook is lovely. Very, very nice. All embossed, like you can feel all the lines in it. This is the poster, which I will not unravel. There's your discs. I'll take the discs out and show you. Clean. There you go. It's the inside. I love this film. It's one of my favourite films of all time. It's a lot of fun. Not much more to say on that one, really. But it's a nice time to call it. Sorry if you can hear cars outside. It is very, very hot right now. I've got the window open. It should mitigate some of the sound because I'm using the mic here, not the one on the camera. But if you do hear anything in the background, I do apologise. That's Pacific Rim. Then we have another great Lionsgate release, the Reservoir Dogs 4K Steelbook. Again, when I saw this was getting a 4K and a Steelbook, I pre-ordered that shit instantly. Love this film. One of my favourite Tarantino's, I'd say. That. And then the ear with the Steelbook. Oh, it's such a good design. And then that's the full length of the Steelbook. There's your discs. Then take it out. And we have all the misters in there. Absolutely fantastic Steelbook. Lionsgate knocked it out of the park last year with Steelbooks. I think I already said that earlier in the video, but there's a 4-hour gap between me filming the first part and the second part of this, so we'll see. But yeah, absolutely fantastic Steelbook. Is that focusing okay? Doesn't feel like it is. It probably is, just I can't see properly. Anyway, who cares? I'm going to shut up. Next up we have the Saw. Now this is a really dark steelbook. This is the Saw 1 steelbook that came out at the same time as the Spiral steelbook. It's a nice steelbook, it's just very dark. It's the TV and then the Saw thing. The spine is very dark as well. When it's sat on the shelf, it's very hard to see what it is. to be quite honest, but it's a nice Steelbook. It's a very nice Steelbook. And that's your discs. I'm pretty sure the inside's the hacksaw. 1 second. Yeah, there you go. The hacksaw on the foot. Great film. Probably the best Saw, in my opinion. But I do enjoy all of them because they are just absolutely ridiculous. But yeah. Good, very nice Steelbook. Just a bit dark, in my opinion. Just a bit too dark. Especially when it's sat on the shelf. It's hard to tell what it is. Next up we have a Steelbook that is surprisingly stylized, and that's the Spiral from the Book of Saw Steelbook. 1 second. So you have this really nice slipcover. You take it off. Has all these markings. That's the back. And that's the Steelbook itself. It's very nice, but oddly stylized for a Saw Steelbook. So that's that there. And then we take that out, and then that's the inside. It's a really nice Steelbook. The film itself is pretty good. Didn't like it a lot when I first saw it, but enjoyed it more the second time. Again, a really nice Steelbook with a lovely slipcover. Spine looks very nice, probably a bit difficult to see, but yeah. Come on, there we go. I need to let gravity help me out here. Come on, get back in there. Okay, this protector is being a bit annoying. There we go. I know that these Saw Steelbooks are still quite readily available, so if you want to pick one up, I'm sure it's not that difficult. Sorry about the long wait there, but that is the Spiral Steelbook. Next up, I'm trying my other light, so it looks a bit weird, that's why. Actually, let me see if I can... That's too bright, hang on. Trying to match the light upstairs, but okay, it's just going to keep looking weird, but I'm just going to do it because it makes it easier. I don't have to go like that to show you the Steelbook. But next up we have the Sonic the Hedgehog Steelbook. This is a film that I saw in cinemas with my girlfriend and liked it a lot. Saw it again at home, liked it less. Saw it again, liked it even less. This first one doesn't do much for me anymore. It's so special because I obviously saw it with my girlfriend, but and it's a decent Steelbook, but I just feel like it's not too great. However, once I put all this away, that's a Sonic, the Sonic Steelbook. That's the spine. Sorry if the lighting looks weird, but I am filming at night, so I don't have the natural light pouring in, so that's why I've got that there. But the sequel, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, is leaps and bounds better than the first one, personally. A very nice Steelbook. I did already have this on Blu-ray, but I wanted to... Let's look over it. But I wanted to get the 4K Steelbook, not just the standard 4K, because I already had the Steelbook for the first one. But that's the Steelbook right there. Lovely, lovely, lovely. There's your discs with the inside, and I'll take these out. It'll just be Tails and Sonic, but you guys probably want to see it. There it is. Very nice. Yeah, I enjoy this film a lot more than the first one. It is far better. And I'm looking forward to the third one when it does eventually come out, so it's very cool. It's the spine again, just in case you didn't see it quite properly. Yeah, really good film, really good Steelbook. I have the cover on the wrong way around. It's awkward. Yeah. And then next up, we have Scream, the re-release. Now the awesome thing about this was, at first, I missed the pre-order for this. Very, very nice Steelbook. I missed the pre-order for this, and they went out of print, so I ended up picking up the first one anyway. A couple months later, oh, pre-order goes up, they're reprinting it. So I got that, gave the old version to Callum, but decided I was going to get the, what am I saying here? Decided I was going to pay a little bit more for the second Steelbook because it was already out of print. But lo and behold, Callum messages me. Oh, I should mention, I also picked up Scream 2 on 4K. A week later, Callum messaged me being like, you know, it's up on Zavi for like standard price, and I was like, fuck off. So lo and behold, when we get to it in a second, I was able to pick up the Scream 2 Steelbook at standard price, which was awesome. I'm very happy I have that. And now I'll be able to hopefully get my pre-order in for Scream 3 and Scream 4 when they eventually go up. Because I have my pre-order in for Scream, Scream 6, the Steelbook for that. But that is, oh, a lovely, lovely Steelbook. And then the inside, only bad thing about the Steelbook, I'll show you in a second, is the discs are stacked. I don't like that. It just makes me nervous. And I know Blu-rays don't scratch as easily as DVDs. I've said this before, but still stresses me out a little bit, personally. But yeah. Okay, next up we have Scream 2022. This film was such a surprise of how bloody good it was. I actually think Scream 6 is better, but this is still absolutely cracking. So there's your Steelbook there. Absolutely gorgeous art. There's your inside with the discs. There's your inside without the discs. Lovely. Yeah, this film is cracking. Very, very good. Very surprising how good it was. And it was even more surprising that Scream 6 kept that momentum up, in my opinion. So, Scream franchise, one of the very few horror franchises that doesn't have a bad entry. And hopefully it stays like that. Next up, one of the more mid Steelbooks, Doctor Sleep. The film itself is not mid. It is really, really good. Another massive surprise when it came out. Let me just open this up. There you go. Very, very nice, but you know, not great. There's that. Oh, this is double layered as well. Didn't realize that. So it's just a standard in 4K. Yeah, so it's not the director's cut in 4K, which I kind of expected it, but there you are. Still very nice. Yeah, absolutely great film. I actually prefer it to The Shining. Mike Flanagan is a master of his craft. I cannot get the disc working. There it is. Got it. But yeah, one of the biggest surprises of 2019 for me. 1 second, let me just... Oop. Oh, I hate this. I hate this. I hate it when it does this. Just get in. Ugh. Tell you what, I'm going to come back to this. Next up, we have a Steelbook that I pre-ordered so fast. The Thing. This film is incredible, as you all probably know. The 4K looks incredible as well. That art is just absolutely gorgeous. It's the discs. I don't know if... Yeah, the other side's him with the flamethrower. Just an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous Steelbook. Very happy to have this on Steelbook, because it is, again, one of my favourite films. But not only do I have one Steelbook, I have the Titans of Cult one. This is an amazing set. I love the icy glow, like the ice to that, and then you open it up and you have your patch and your pin and your bomb ass Steelbook. It's so nice. And the disc is different as well for the 4K. It's the iciness. It's the icy look to it. And then, come on. That's the inside. Absolutely lovely. So happy I was able to get hold of this. This was another one that sold out so quickly. I'm so happy I was able to get mine. Very happy to have 2 Steelbooks for that. And then we have the original Top Gun. This is just the 4K. There's no Blu-ray in this one. I bought this one after seeing Top Gun Maverick because I loved it and was very happy that, and was very excited about hopefully having them both in 4K. That's the inside. That's the disc. I don't know if I already showed that, but yeah, Top Gun is a lot of fun. Very cheesy, but very heartfelt. It's good. I enjoyed it. But obviously, you guys know what's next. Top Gun Maverick. This film is incredible. I don't think I need to say anymore. This was honestly such a big surprise for me. I didn't expect it to be as good as it is. It's a lovely, lovely Steelbook. There's the inside. Yeah, it's just such a fantastic film. Yeah, just absolutely brilliante. I've actually lost my original ticket. I only have my IMAX ticket, which kind of sucks, but yeah, it's definitely one that I need to go back and revisit soon. But yeah, absolutely incredible film. And then we have The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. This is another great film. Oh, rewatched that again recently. The 4K looks decent. I love this Steelbook design. So you take this off. And then the actual Steelbook design is just, since, you know, it's all about Nicolas Cage. It's all different faces from loads of his movies. It's so good. There's your discs. And behind this is... oh, it's so adorable. It's Javi and Nikki. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, I love this film. It's just a really feel-good film in my opinion. It's great. It's so good. Yeah, fantastic. Now we're on to our last 3 Steelbooks. First up we have Venom. Venom is one that I was very excited for. I saw it in the cinemas 3 times. Twice actually, sorry, I thought it was 3 times. But sadly, over time I've become less and less tolerant of it. The inside is just blue, sadly, but it's still nice. I do think, when we get to it, I do think that the sequel is leaps and bounds better. And it has a bomb-ass Steelbook as well. Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Yeah, the Steelbook looks insanely good. Look at that. That is so lovely. And then you have some art cards. The discs. And then the inside. Some more of them. Oh, this film, like, when they did Venom, I was like, please let them do Carnage the next film. Lo and behold, what did they do the next film? They did Carnage, and it made me so happy. It's made me so happy. It's such a nice Steelbook. And the last 4K Steelbook in my collection is Deadpool 2. I didn't actually pre-order this one. I got it quite a while after it came out. So that's Steelbook, and there's a little seat here. So this is the Steelbook. Did I see this one? Apparently I saw this one twice. There you go. It's a very, very cool Steelbook. It's so weird to me. This is the only Steelbook I have and I've seen that has a swing thing. There's not anything else in here, but it's so weird to me that this has a door, because it has a super duper cut and the normal cut on 4K and Blu-ray, which is really cool. But yeah, a really, really nice Steelbook, great film. Yeah, it's not going in. Haha, penis joke. It's not going in. LOL. And that is all my 4K Steelbooks. Next up will be the Blu-ray ones. Okay, now we're on to the Blu-ray Steelbooks. A lot less of these, but still, I'm going to go through them. First up, we have the Bohemian Rhapsody Steelbook. This is a film that I saw in cinemas, pardon me, and at the time, I liked it. Thought it was good. When I watched it again at home, liked it less. And then I watched it again, and I don't really like it much anymore. It's a nice Steelbook, don't get me wrong, like, it's very nice, but you have a little folding card there. I'll take this out. There you have it. This is one of the cheapest 4Ks you can get these days. Those are the discs. It's pretty nice. That's a DVD. Whoa. That's the inside. I didn't realise it came with a DVD as well, but yeah, the film itself is not very good. Don't get me wrong, what's his name? Rami Malek as Freddie Mercury is masterclass casting. Only thing better than that would have been Sacha Baron Cohen, but yeah, still a fantastic performance in a quite mid film. But, you know, them's the breaks. Next up, we have one of my favourite miniseries of all time, Chernobyl. I pre-ordered this, thought I cancelled it, and then it arrived in the mail. It is quite dented, but I think it kind of adds to it. It is a lovely, lovely Steelbook. It also comes with a big book. I say big book, a decently sized book. 2 discs, and on the inside is the control room. I actually imported what's it called? I actually imported the 4K from America. If you've seen one of my, I can't remember which pickups video it was, but I plan on watching that very soon. But a lovely Steelbook nonetheless. Then we have my first Steelbook, I believe, The Conjuring 2, one of my favourite horror films, one of my favourite films of all time. It's a very, very lovely Steelbook. Saw this film 4 times in cinemas. So good. Fantastic. Should probably watch this again soon. I wish it would get a 4K. Like, it really upsets me that it doesn't have a 4K, but this third one does, the worst one. It's not even worse. It's like, you know, it's not even the worst one. Like, which I think great example. John Wick. That's a good one. Next up is the Creed Blu-ray Steelbook. Callum was going to be trading this in because he was getting the double pack that I showed you before, but I swiped it off him for like a $5. It is very nice. Not much more to say. I said what I wanted to say in my 4K bit. So then we have The Descent. Fucking brilliant film. If you've not seen The Descent, I highly, highly recommend it. I always find it weird these Steelbooks have like these borders around them here. It's very strange, but it is an absolutely cracking film. Like I said, if you've not seen it, definitely see it. It's a fantastic horror film. Director's kind of gone downhill a bit, but doesn't stop this film from being absolutely fantastic. There we go. Then we have Deepwater Horizon. This is another Steelbook that just looks absolutely fantastic. And the film itself is absolutely fantastic if you've not seen it. Look at that. That is lovely. The inside is just Mark Wahlberg. I won't bother taking the disc out. But yeah, absolutely fantabulous. Then we have Don't Breathe, another great Steelbook, another great movie. Look at that. His eyes glow, it's very cool. So you're inside. And your disc. Saw that in cinemas as well. It's another film where you hope your audience is nice, and with all these silent films, all these films where it's quiet, like A Quiet Place and this, like I've been lucky to have good audiences. I've never had an egregious audience for a horror film, luckily, but now this is one that was gifted to me by someone who I'm not friends with anymore, so I don't really care much about it anymore, but it's Dracula. Has a slip thing. Steelbook itself is fine. I mean, it's not my least favorite, but it's not my favorite Universal monster. Invisible Man is still an amazing film, but I'm just going to move on from this one. Then we have El Camino. This was one that, there's a couple of things I have a problem with this one with. There's no, the title is not on the side. Like, that's cool, but the title's not on the side. The inside is just red. Yeah, it's a bit of a mid Steelbook, to be honest, but I'm actually happy to have it because it is a great film. And I'm glad it got a Blu-ray, thankfully. I mean, I'm not surprised considering it was licensed to Netflix, but not. It's not Netflix's film. Then we have Filth, a fantastic James McAvoy film. One of his best performances, in my opinion. And the lines of cocaine are embossed there. It's very, very nice. This film is bonkers. If you've not seen it, it is mental. It's so good, though. Yeah. Brilliant stuff. Then we have Friday the 13th. This is a Steelbook that I picked up at the same time as another Steelbook that's coming up in the near future. It's a weird one though. Like, it's a very strange Steelbook. Like, I don't get what this. I think it's just the whole woods kind of thing, but it's still strange to me. This is Mondo. I should have prefaced that, but it's still nice though. I just wanted a Steelbook for the franchise because horror is my favourite genre of movie, but yeah, good shit. Then we have season 1 of Good Omens. This was a series that I wanted to check out for a while, but I actually went out of print for a while, and then copies just sprung up on Amazon a couple of weeks ago, so I picked it up. So you get this, comes out, and you get a holographic card. And then look at that. That is a lovely Steelbook. And then on the inside is just them two. Very nice. I haven't watched this yet, but I will probably watch it soon because season 2 is airing very soon, from what I can remember. So, we're just going. Get in there. Yeah. Then we have Godzilla 3D. This was one that I picked up because I didn't have a Steelbook for the first Godzilla until I got that MonsterVerse set, but I got this before that. Got this for £3 in CEX. I thought it was quite a steal. And if I ever somehow come across a 3D Blu-ray player and a 3D TV, then I'll have that, which is kind of cool, but I highly doubt it. I love that. I love this film, though. This film is fantastic. Next up, I need to stop getting ahead of myself here. Next up is a Steelbook that I was so hoping would be 4K in the UK, but it ended up popping up in Germany, and I picked it up instantly. It's The Gentleman, my favourite Guy Ritchie film, one of my favourite films of all time. I love this film, and this is my dream Steelbook. It is so nice. There's only one problem with it. I wish it was a 4K Steelbook. Yeah, absolutely lovely Steelbook. Just wish it was 4K. But at least I have one for it. It makes me happy. So. Then we have Hardcore Henry, or Hardcore as it's known in Germany. I paid £6 for this. It came beaten up as hell. I managed to bend it back into shape for the most part, but There's still signs of damage. And then that's the inside. This film is cracking. It is a bit disorientating if you're prone to motion sickness, but I really, really do enjoy this film quite a lot. It's very entertaining. Then we have one of the best horror films of the last decade, Hereditary. Saw this in cinemas, and it is brilliant. There's the Steelbook. Very, very nice. There's your disc. There's the inside. This is a haunting film. It is so creepy, but it is so goddamn good. I'm trying to get my tickets back in there. There we go. Yeah, just fantastic. Then we have the other mono Steelbook I was talking about. It Chapter 1. I didn't have a Steelbook for It Chapter 1. Missed out on that one. Although I believe the one that was up for pre-order when it first came out was only Blu-ray. But there you go, so you have that. You take it off, it just says It. And the Steelbook itself is very, very lovely. That's the disc. It's the inside. Again, a very, very nice Steelbook with a very, very nice slipcover. You're going to be annoying. No, it actually went back in, which is nice. Justice League. I got this Steelbook because it was the same price. No, it was a little bit cheaper than the normal Blu-ray at the time, and I wanted to watch it again. So I picked it up. It's pretty crap Steelbook, to be honest. Comes with a 3D. If I ever happen to want to watch a shit film in 3D. If I ever want to watch a shit film in 3D, a technology that's now pretty much all but extinct, then yeah. But yeah, crap film. Zack Snyder's Justice League is where it's at, but I'm not a Snyder fucking groupie. Next up, we have Lawless. This is a Steelbook I bought as a joke. It was £3. To be fair, it's actually quite nice. Like, all the bullet holes in the bottom look quite nice. I've not seen it before, but I've heard it's decent. It's the inside. But yeah, I've heard it's decent. I've not seen it. Then we have another Steelbook that I wish was 4K. Logang, and the film about Logan. No, I'm joking. Logan, such a nice bloody Steelbook. Look at that. That is delectable. Absolutely gorgeous Steelbook. Doesn't get any better than that. Film is my favourite X-Men film. Then we have the first season of Luther. I'm not going to take this out because I paid £4 for this and it's not been opened yet, and I probably will never open it, but I love Luther. It's a fantastic show. Then we have a charity shop find. I worked in a charity shop for a bit after I left school, and I got Mission Impossible Rogue Nation Steelbook for like £1. So that was pretty cool. It comes with like 85 discs, and someone cut up the J card inside, but that's your outside, and then that's your inside. It's an okay Steelbook, but like I said, for £1 you can't really complain. Then we have the Parasite Steelbook, which is just an absolutely this film is incredible. I don't think I need to talk it up, but it is fantastic. Look at that. Beautiful design. Beautiful inside. yeah, it's just absolutely an incredible movie. I was lucky to have seen this in cinemas, which was absolutely banging, but yeah. Then we have the first season of Preacher. Again, I bought this for like £1 way back when. I have seen the first season. It is it was really good from what I remember. There's your Steelbook. Lovely, lovely, lovely stuff. It was very good from what I remember. There's your discs inside. But I haven't seen the rest of it yet. But I do intend on watching it again at some point. But yeah. Second, I'm just trying to put all this away. Then we have Ringu, the original Ring film. I have seen this. It's good. I've not seen it in a while. And it's something I will probably come back to at some point. There's the outside. It's very, very nice. And there's the inside, also very, very nice. It is an hour release, if you couldn't tell, but if you didn't know. But yeah, it's a very, very nice Steelbook. And the only way I could get it on Blu-ray at the time. So. Then we have The Ring, the remake, which is, I like it better in my opinion, but that's just me. And this is a cracking slipcover, so you have that. You come out under, and then it's 7 days, and then it's Her in the Room. Great film. Weird to see that got a Steelbook, but happy it did because the Blu-ray was out of print and it was a bit expensive to get, so I was very happy to be able to pick it up for a standard price with Steelbook, so it's pretty good. And then we have Rampage. I paid £4 for this again as a joke. I'm not going to bother opening it because it's not opened yet, but I hate the fact that it says Rampage Big Meets Bigger on the side, but yeah. Okay, next up. Another Steelbook that was gifted to me from someone who I'm no longer friends with, and that's the Saw 10th Anniversary German Steelbook. Now, funny story, I was in Germany, can't remember when, I think it was 2015, and I saw this Steelbook and I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. But never picked it up. But then I wasn't doing so well, and that friend got me this. It is such a nice Steelbook. You know, I do thank him for this, but we're still not friends. But I do still love this Steelbook. It is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, so happy to actually own this, which is really cool. Then we have the Bad Suicide Squad, according to everyone. I actually don't hate this film. I was kind of obsessed with this film when I was younger, and I still enjoy it for what it is, to be brutally honest. There's the Steelbook. The Steelbook is actually really nice. There's your discs. You take this out. I do prefer, you know, the Suicide Squad, but this one isn't bad. I mean, it's mid, but it's not bad. At least that's the way I feel about it. Sorry, I'm just putting all my tickets in because I did see it 3 times in cinemas. Then we have Spider-Man Homecoming. Picked this up in CEX for a couple quid because of the next Steelbook you're about to see. It's the outside. The inside is just plain red. Homecoming is a brilliant film. As are all the new Spider-Mans. This is a Steelbook that I pre-ordered when it came out, and that was the Far From Home Steelbook. Again, fantastic film. A lovely, lovely, lovely Steelbook. Comes with a bonus disc. There's your discs, and it's just webs in the background. A Steelbook I picked up in the bargain bin because I don't think there's actually a standard copy out there anywhere. Silent Hill Revelation. This Steelbook's actually pretty nice. Second. Weird noises coming from outside. It's actually a really, really nice Steelbook. And the inside's just the Welcome to Silent Hill sign. Enjoy the disc. I do enjoy this film. I prefer the first one way more, but this one's, it's bad, but I get some enjoyment out of it. So then we have The Force Awakens. Picked this one up when I was on a trip somewhere. It is my favourite Star Wars film, so I just thought, you know what, I got to have this. And it was only like £5. It's a very nice steelbook. Discs again. I think I own, like, if we're counting solely disc copies, I think I own 15, maybe 16 copies of this film, which is quite funny. But then we have A Star Is Born, absolutely fantastic film. HMV actually weren't going to sell. HMV stopped selling these just before they came out, so I had to source mine on eBay. And I didn't realise how bent out of shape mine actually was. But it's a decent steelbook. I love this film. I think it's fantastic. It's heartbreaking, but it's really, really good. Yeah. Then we have T2 Trainspotting, my first 18 rated film I saw in cinemas. Very, very good film. Not as good as the first, but still good. Haven't actually seen it since the cinema, but you know. I will need to check it out again at some point. Down to our last 3 Blu-ray Steelbooks. First up, we have X-Men First Class. This is another one I picked up on CX for a couple of quid because I like the look of it, and I have one issue with it, so it's very nice, but all of this is printed on the Steelbook. There's too much information on that Steelbook for me to like it. Oh, the inside's just played. Pardon me, by the way. It's a fantastic film, but a bit too much information printed on it. I didn't realise until I actually got out of the shop that it wasn't a sticker. Another one I picked up in the charity shop, like Mission Impossible, X-Men Apocalypse. This film's okay. I don't hate it. I don't love it. Steelbook is actually quite nice though. And then the inside is just markings and the discs. And the last Steelbook that is not, it isn't actually open, is the Zodiac new Steelbook. I love this film. It's probably my favourite Fincher. And yeah, so that's all the Blu-ray ones. Now we're going to move on to the games. Okay, so now we're on to the game Steelbooks. I have 4 360 Steelbooks, and then it's on to Xbox One and Series X, PS4 and PS5. So the first Xbox 60 Steelbook is Brothers in Arms Hell's Highway. This is one that I traded with a friend like back in 2009. I've never played this game. I just thought the Steelbook looked cool. Not much else to say on that one really. Modern Warfare 3. I got the hardened edition of this from Tesco for like the same price as the normal. It's an alright game. Not much more to say on that. Lost Planet Extreme Condition. Again, the same. I traded it with a friend for something. Actually, I played a little bit of it. This game's very hard. I like the Steelbook. And the last one is Perfect Dark Zero. I saw it in CEX for like £2, picked it up. Never played it, but still nice. And that's the 360 Steelbooks. Now to Xbox One. First up, we have Battlefield 1. Got this with the collector's edition that came with the statue for like £15 in a game, and it's pretty nice. Pretty nice. It's a fantastic Battlefield game. My favourite is still Battlefield 3, but it's definitely up there. Next is Company of Heroes 3. This is one I picked up very recently. It's one that I've never actually played it on PC. So it comes with this lovely slip cover, and then you get with it a collector's book with like behind the scenes stuff and other things. Then you get this metal pack, which is quite nice. That's the inside. It also comes with a patch, some DLC, and a manual. I know, incredible, a manual in a game in this day and age. It also comes with a big map of the Italian front and the Siege of Tobruk. There's the Siege of Tobruk. There's the Italian front. I've never actually played a Company of Heroes game before this, but I've played a little bit of this so far and I'm enjoying it for what it is. And I'm looking forward to playing some more of it very soon. As soon as I can get the Steelbook closed, I'll be one step closer to playing it again. But yeah, still a really, really nice edition. This is still widely available. I don't think you can get like a normal case for it, but still very nice. The Steelbook that was bundled with my copy of Cyberpunk 2077. I actually really enjoy Cyberpunk 2077. I think it's quite good. A lot of people still stigmatize it for the issues, but I would say check it out now. It's definitely fixed. When I played it, I had no issues, but that's just me. This is one I cannot get out of the case if I want to because it's stuck in here. That's the Call of Duty Infinite Warfare Legacy Pro Edition. I got this for like £30 with the DLC and everything. Absolute steal. Infinite Warfare is an underrated game in my opinion. Black Ops 4, this was the first Call of Duty I got the collection edition day one with. It's a lovely, lovely steelbook. And that's the inside. It's very, very nice. The game I actually like quite a bit. It's quite special to me, but I understand why people don't like it. Then we have the Back 4 Blood Special Edition. I paid £8 for this. It came a bit banged up, but it is actually quite a nice steelbook. Because I was playing it on Game Pass, and if I really like a game, I tend to try and get a physical copy of it cheap as well if I'm playing it on Game Pass or digitally. But yeah, it's a decent game. It's nowhere near as good as Left 4 Dead, but it's still decent. One of my favourite Xbox Steelbooks is Doom Eternal. I got the collection edition of this, and I'm so happy I did, because look how nice that steelbook is. That is gorgeous. And then the inside is that. Very, very nice. Are those stickers? No, God. I thought I got stickers. I got so excited. I wasn't sure. But yeah, still nice. Next up is Far Cry 5. You might be wondering, oh, that's upside down. I'll show you why. So look, nice, nice, lovely, 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 lovely. Only problem is, the spine is the wrong way up. And it came like that, which is very annoying. I know you can remove it, I just don't know how. And I'm kind of scared too. But yeah, it's a good game. This is when the Far Cry games got a bit more complicated for me. I was actually able to get this collector's edition with the statue for like 30 quid, brand new, from Game. And yeah, it's a decent game. Definitely not my favourite Far Cry, but definitely not a bad one either. Then we have the Fallout 4 standard steelbook. I believe this is a PS4 disc. Yes, it does. It's a very nice steelbook. Fallout 4 is one of my favourite games. It's just, it was my first Fallout I got day one, and the whole next gen thing, the building the bases, I put so much time into this game, it was ridiculous. And I still think it's fantastic. This is my favourite steelbook of it. You'll see another one when we get to PS4. But yeah, I picked that one up in CEX for a couple quid, well after it came out. Then we have Fallout 76. 76? Yeah, 76. I picked up the collection edition because I wanted the badass helmet, and I was happy I did that. It was worth it for me. Steelbook itself was alright. The game itself I did actually end up playing a year after during lockdown, and I actually really enjoyed my time with it at the time, but it isn't great. But I don't mind because I got the cool fucking helmet, so. Next up is Forza Horizon 4, or Forza Horizon 4, or Forzazia, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Gold edition, nice slipcover. Very, very nice steelbook. And that's the inside. Very nice shit. I'm surprised I was actually able to get that out of the protector. My favourite Horizon is still 2, personally. I made a lot of memories in that game. Very special to me. Horizon 4 is still pretty good though. Yeah. Next up, we have the Hot Wheels Unleashed Challenge Accepted Edition. This comes with, 1 second. If I can get out of here so I can fish it out. Nope, it just fell. It comes with this little car and a bomb-ass Steelbook. I'm so excited that we're getting a sequel in October. That's going to be awesome. So that's the Steelbook. It's very, very nice. And that's the inside. It's a very, very nice edition. You can only get it from Game, I believe. But yeah, it is a bomb-ass game. I love it. It did have currency problems when it first came out because it was just so hard to get loot boxes. But I did go back a couple of months ago and max it out. It is a great game and I'm so excited to see what they do with the sequel. The fact we're getting a sequel already is just awesome. Next up is Injustice 2. I picked this up from CEX for a couple quid. This game is really good. It's a shame that we haven't got Injustice 3 yet. It is pretty banged up, but it's still a nice Steelbook for the money. And it's a very, very fun game. I actually made the mistake of getting it on PS4 when all my friends were on PS3, Xbox One. It's because I had my PS4. I got my PS4 right as it came out, and I wanted to get more games for it. But yeah, learned that the hard way. But yeah, still a really cracking game. Then we have one of my favorites, the Metro Exodus Aurora Edition. Get this off, and it's a big tin boy here. And then inside, you have another Steelbook, which is just very lovely. I don't actually have the disc because I lent it to a friend and then I stopped being friends with him when he had it. So I've been meaning to pick up a replacement disc, like a copy, and then put the disc in, but still haven't done it yet. And then it comes with a big art book as well. Yeah, Metro Exodus. Metro is just such a good franchise, and I'm so happy that I have this edition of Exodus because Exodus is fantastic. Last 2 Steelbooks here. I'm not going to take this one out of the package because it literally is this back to front. Mortal Kombat 11, that is literally it. That's what on the back and the front it is. It's a good game, but it came out after I stopped really socializing in a big group because everyone went their separate ways. Some went to college, etc. You know what I mean? But still a good game. And the last Xbox Steelbook is the Resident Evil 2 Remake Steelbook, which is just absolutely lovely. A lovely, lovely Steelbook. And my favourite of the remakes. Check out my series that I did on it in the description below. Not in the description below, just on my channel. But yeah, just absolutely fantastic. Nothing has topped this so far since. If I can get this in here. RE4 didn't come close for me, but yeah. And that's all the Xbox Steelbooks. Now on to PlayStation 4. First up, we have the Days Gone Special Edition. This is a game that I have just not been able to get into, sadly. It's got a nice Steelbook, but yeah, there's nothing on the inside apart from the discs, sadly. Yeah, it's a game that I've just found so frustratingly difficult to get into, but yeah, also comes with a little art book, which is nice. But yeah, this kind of killed that Sony like streak for me when it came out, but each their own. This is the crappy Fallout Steelbook. This is the one that came with the Pip-Boy edition. It's just the same both sides. Yeah, I feel like they should have bundled the other one. And then on the inside is the art from the other Steelbook. Yeah, I was very disappointed in this one. but I got it for the Pip-Boy, not for the Steelbook, so, because I picked up that other edition than this. So then we have God of War 2018, fucking brilliant game. I have the collector's edition of this with the statue. Pre-ordered it, absolutely adore this game. That's the Steelbook there, and that's the inside. Comes with a boatload of DLC in different languages. But yeah, just an absolutely fantastic game, and Ragnarok was just as good, if not better. The Last of Us Part 2. First half of this game is great, second half it is trash. I can understand why some people like it, but I do not. It is, honestly, I've not gone from loving, it's a nice Steelbook as well, I've not gone from loving to hating a game so quickly in my entire life. Like, I was enjoying it so much, and then as soon as you switched to Abby, I lost all momentum, and that last half of the game, it was such a pain to get through. And it just felt way, way, way too long. And it's a game I'm probably never going to play through again, because I just really didn't enjoy it. I've watched Luke Stevens' analysis video like 2 or 3 times, and I get where they're coming from, but it's just, the way it's structured just does not work for me, as does a lot of people. So next up is a weird one. I got this one by accident. So this is Neo 2. It's very nice, but I wasn't actually meant to get this. So there's the Steelbook. It's very, very nice. So what happened is I ordered the PS5 collection that had Neo and Neo 2 complete, but instead they sent me this. So I decided, and then another like little art book here. So then I decided not to send it back, because this edition is really, really cool, and I thought if I like Neo 2, it'd be cool to have this little edition, but Neo's difficult, and I still have not gotten through either of them. So next up is the Order 1886. This game is good for the time you play it for, but it's way too short. It looks gorgeous, but it just ain't all there. The slipcover is in there. Doesn't seem to want to come out. But that's the Steelbook. I don't like the fact that the PS4 logo is embedded in it. And then on the inside you have the cartridges. I enjoyed my time with it. It was a piss easy platinum, but it just it's not good. Then we have Overwatch. I did play this for a little bit. I got the statue edition for like 50 quid, and it's an okay game. I'm not really into the online hero shooter stuff. Nice Steelbook though, and the statue's pretty baller. And the last PS4 Steelbook is 13. Now the story with this one is I actually bought this to do, it was meant to be one of my first series on my channel. I was going to do what I was going to call a pain through, where I'd play through the whole game on the hardest difficulty, but I got through the first hour multiple times, like 3 times, and I had problems every time. First time the game audio didn't record, second time the mic audio didn't record, the third time the actual video didn't record, so I just gave up. But yeah, I paid like £5 for that. And that's all the PS4 games. Now on to the PS5 games, which there are only 3, and then we are done. So first up is Resident Evil Village. I got this on Xbox One at launch. Xbox One at launch. But kept an eye out for this to go down in price, and that's the slipcover. And I'm glad I did, because I managed to pick up the very nice Steelbook. There's nothing on the inside apart from the game. But yeah, good game, very good game. Happy to have it in the collection. The Steelbook, I mean. And I actually did end up playing this on PS5 again, so that was fun. 1 second. Second to last, we have Sonic Frontiers. Got this bundled with the base game. Played a little bit of it. I do like it. I've not played much more of it, but it's a nice Steelbook. And the last Steelbook in my entire collection is Sifu Vengeance Edition. Now this is a very nice Steelbook from what I remember, yes, so there you go. And that's the inside. Also comes with an art book and some art cards. Yeah, great game. Tough but fun. Definitely worth a look. And that was my entire Steelbook collection. That took a while to get through again, so I do hope you enjoyed this. If you did, remember to leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe for more. You can support me on Patreon, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, links in the description. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers!